now we're both midwives, like helping people.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Have VBACs and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think that like you had to go through that fire. Your mom is an old woman who has never owned her own home, and
she
now
she's an old fart.
Look, this is it. And guess whose mother is here? Your mother and my mother. Where are you, mother? Okay, this mother of mine, she used to own a cleaning business called Crisis Cleaning. My mom taught me to clean with a toothbrush. Like, this woman can clean anything. She's one of those people that should be on social media and like showing you how to clean stuff. The oven is pretty,
I want to see if this
pretty bad.
barkeeper's friend, I love this
I love
cleanser.
that same.
So I'm going to just see if it'll take off this.
Okay, let's see. Is that wet? You got that wet
Yeah,
already?
I got it wet.
Maybe not. Maybe it's dipped into the enamel, right?
Yeah, it might be burned.
Anyways,
Yeah, look, there's an.
we have, yes, it's very
all this.
dirty. We got a lot of cleaning to do. It's gonna be so satisfying when it's done. Okay, let's show everyone the rest of the house. So this is one of the doors. There's a lot of doors in this house. This is the kitchen.
Yeah, I noticed you have like 4 front doors.
Yeah, there's a door there. There's a door here. There's a door. This house is 114 years old. This, look at the stairs. I'm so excited. This is the living room. This, I love this wood right here. There's like it used to be for a gas stove, so I'm gonna have to do something there, put something pretty there. And then this is like the dining area. There's a dining area. Don't like that lamp. Does not go with this vibe at all. And then, look at that, original doors. Look, there's my mom again. There's a basement. I'll show you that later. I'm gonna make that into an apartment. This super cute bathroom, except for jetted tub has to go. It has to go. Another room. And then check this out. A little secret room over here. Original floors, but we'll either refinish these or not refinish them, just put new hardwood. And then this is just like a little sunroom. So I'll put plants in here. Now we will go upstairs. Oh, look at you. You're a gem.
They're gonna be more than
You are a
no
gem.
cleaner, I think.
Is this the other door? How many doors are there? One,
There,
two, I think 4, right? 4. But then there's a back door too. I mean a downstairs like type door. Okay, this carpet needs to be clean, but it's somewhat cute. So this is gonna be the most gorgeous attic when I get done with it. The most gorgeous. This carpet, goodbye. It's going away. This is gonna be transformed. Love that little brick piece there. Then you come over here. This is going to be my office / workout area / sewing room because I love to sew. And look at the view. There's a big power line, but also look at those mountains. Beautiful. Okay.
We don't know her. She just came in from off the street.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta fix this.
Grandma, hit it.
Grandma, dance with me. Here, come on.
Or you gotta stick your bum out. So stick your bums out.
All the time. You just. Very good. What?
I went the wrong
We're
way.
never gonna get anything done. Is it okay?
Okay, Abs, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out how much of this to take.
We need just a dropper full.
Okay.
What is it? Show me.
Cassandra. Like this much?
Yeah. Wait, it's alcohol. You have to shake it around with water. Did you put water in your mouth?
No.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Get a little swish of water. Okay, now swish, swish, swish. Just keep swishing. Do you feel energy? Are you energized? No matter how we toss the dice, it's meant to be, has to be. I don't know the words. Sing it, guys. Sing it.
So happy.
See, Grandma knows it. To be blue for all my life. Guys, what did you find?
The pink stuff.
Look at that. Wow. I didn't even know that existed. That is amazing. It's totally coming off. Oh my
I
god.
put in some elbow grease for sure.
Yeah. Yay!
You put some gloves on, honey.
For sure. It's vegan.
Is it working?
So good.
Really? It is not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna be home
Boom!
tonight. For sure.
My parents were building a new house in Orem. And Grandpa's brother was building the house. And Grandpa had just gotten home from a mission. And his brother was literally 10 years older than me, and he asked me out. I was 17. He was 27. And I told him no, that he was too old. But he was building our house, and so while I was in school every day, Grandpa was bringing up loads of lumber from the sawmill to build the house. And so he met my whole family, and then I had been down before he came home from his mission and met his whole family, so we knew each other's families.
We didn't know each other
But
yet.
we didn't know each other, and so Uncle Nathan was talking to him one day, and he says, "Hey, you ought to go check out Pool's daughter. She wouldn't go out with me." And anyway, he told him that I was a looker or something like that. So he called me up and asked me out on a blind date, and I never went on blind dates. But because I knew his family and he knew my family, I went on a blind date, and I never kissed on the first date. And we kissed on the first date.
Ew.
Wait, what about that part where you told him that you were ugly?
Oh, he called me, when he called me to make the date, I said, that's fine, but I had just broken up with a boy. And I said, but you have to know I weigh 400 pounds and I have frizzy red hair. And he says, well, I really like your personality, so I'd like to go out anyway. But he said, Nathan already told me what you looked like, so I already knew. And so, anyway,
he didn't really care about your personality.
he wanted me to make him dinner, and I was not a cook at all.
Isn't that
When did
crazy?
you become a cook?
I know, because
learned
you
the
are
hard way.
now. She's like the best cook ever.
But he had a roast, and I burned the roast, and I did everything wrong, but he ate it anyway. And then we kissed, and 2 months later, I had just turned 18 in October. We met right after that, and on the 23rd of December, he asked me to marry him.
Oh.
So, like a 2 month.
And then what happened less than 1 year later?
And then
And then 1 year later, I was born. No, less than 1 year later.
No, it wasn't last. After we got engaged, we got married the following May, so that we had a 7-month courtship. And then
That's crazy.
I got pregnant with you
Mm.
in probably it would have been in January. December or January
Wait, what are September babies?
after
We
we
should
got-
know this.
Yeah, it's January.
January?
It's the 9th month, so I guess.
Yeah.
When it's cold and people want to snuggle up.
Yeah,
But
but
you're
you're always
actually due, you're
doing
actually
winter
due
time.
September 23rd or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 3-ish
But-
weeks early, huh?
I went to Hawaii when I was 8 months pregnant with you, so you were in Hawaii when you were in utero.
No wonder I love that
And
place.
so I came back with a really bad kidney infection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
I
the-
actually watched your birth story that you told at her
Oh,
meeting,
you
like
did?
3 years ago. I was scrolling
Oh,
through her
yeah.
Instagram and I was like, I've never heard this story, and it made me cry.
Aww.
I'm so sad that you had to go through what you went through. But I also really appreciate that you did go through what you went through so that we could have all of our children.
Here we are.
And I don't think I would be a midwife.
I know. Now we're both midwives, like helping people
I know, isn't that crazy?
have VBACs and
Yeah.
Mhm.
I really think that like you had to go through that fire.
Yeah. I was going to have a VBAC.
Yeah, with the brother.
And
you probably could have if they
When I-
the right way.
yeah, when I called the doctor, he had done the incision all the way through.
Wait, show us on your tummy. It was really high, wasn't
So,
it?
Yeah, so with a pregnant tummy, he went, your navel is like right here.
Mm-hmm.
He went past that.
You're joking. Above your belly button?
Yeah, and he went all the way
Oh my god.
down. And when I went to a different doctor with my third, he said, you could have driven a truck through that incision.
Yeah.
I'll never forget him.
And then you
saying
had
that.
3 more that were this way, right? That
No, I
like
had 2 that
really?
way.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh, it was the same
Brandon.
doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the second 2 were this way.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
I
so-
healed so much faster
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
ends this way because
Can
they
you
go between the
imagine?
muscles.
Yeah. Instead
With
of
that, this one
They had
he
cut your muscles.
through all
Yeah.
my muscles.
she had to get them repaired years later.
Yeah. Then
They
I
never
had to
sewed
go-
her muscles back together.
That's ridiculous.
He never sewed the muscles. He just sewed the tissue. And so I had a gap like this.
Oh.
And I was holding, it was Daniel. I was in the primary presidency and I was holding Daniel and I had to make an announcement. And so they said, okay, Sister Chapel needs to make an announcement. And I was holding him and I stepped into the room and fell flat on my face because I didn't have muscles and it was,
You didn't pass out? You just
no, I didn't pass out.
Oh.
It just made it so I was so weak in the front of my
Mhm.
body. So when I stepped forward, I
Oh
fell
my
down.
gosh.
So I had to go to a plastic surgeon. And I had a tummy tuck, but it was to repair herniated. I mean, I was actually torn all
Yeah.
the way up to my armpits.
Oh.
So he lifted my whole skin up and repaired all of the muscles all the way down.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then laid it back down.
Oh my gosh. I remember after the surgery.
That was harder than
I think
the
I was like
C-section.
16-ish maybe when you had the surgery.
Yeah, because
15?
Dad actually gave it to me for a birthday present because he knew I really wanted
Here's
to.
a muscle repair.
No, he knew how bad I wanted
Yeah.
That should have been done.
Yeah, it should have been done.
it. It
Yeah.
should have.
So,
So-
I have a question about, because you donated a kidney.
Oh, yeah.
Did that like affect the surgery from that? Like, how do they do that?
That was way after I had quit having kids. And that was in.
But that was like more laparoscopic, right?
Mhm.
When you had so much
So they
surgery
did-
on your body like that. how
I
does
know, I
that-
have a lot of adhesions.
What was the thing? I've had so many people tell me that they read the email that I sent about that you wrote about the birth story of
yeah.
me. And I had so many women say that it was so healing for them because,
It was healing for me to write it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because women who have had C-sections, they're like,
Yeah.
that
And
was
going-
the worst thing ever.
Going through your doula training
Yeah.
and
But
talking to
then-
you about it.
Yeah.
That's all really helped.
Aw. Yeah, I feel like you're really healed from it.
And I have this beautiful daughter and granddaughter. because of it.
Aw. But Mom, I've had several people, like not just a
Really?
handful, like a lot of people
Wow.
tell me that your story made them feel that that was their baby's birth story and that was the way that their baby needed to come to this earth for
Yeah.
whatever reason, that the baby chose to be born that way. I don't think all babies choose to be born that way,
Yeah.
but I do think that when a baby's born that way, they
Yeah.
have
The fight to become a midwife.
yes. Well, I've actually told people I think I was really mad, like as a baby, and I think it like stuck with me subconsciously.
Yeah.
And as I grew up, I was so drawn to
Well-
birth, so drawn to birth.
Like I decided with my third, I had a really good surgeon,
Yeah.
but I decided to go with my childhood.
Yeah.
What do you call them?
Doctor, like family
Yeah,
practice.
what's the pediatrician? Thank you. And so when I went in to have that C-section, that third one, he took my baby and left. And I said, I want my baby. I want to hold my baby. And he just ignored me because he is old school.
He took your baby?
He took my baby.
Usually it's the nurses that take the baby.
It was him.
Oh my god.
And he took the baby as soon as he came out, and I didn't get to hold him or anything. I was so upset.
Okay, are we ready to get back on track, you guys? That was like a lovely little story. My mom made homemade buns filled with
Calzone.
She made a calzone. Okay, let's get back to it.
Okay.